Ian Sneap with Southern Boating and Yachting. I'm here with Alex Slickers, product manager for Tiara Yachts. He's going to walk us through the 39 LS and tell us all the new features and what you can do with these new features, essentially telling you why you need this boat. So Alex, go ahead, walk us through. What's the first thing you want to point out?
So we'll start right back here with the power. You have twin 600s, the V12s. We've seen them everywhere. It's a similar horsepower package to what we had on the 38 OS. Instead of doing triple 400s, though, we did twin 600s. That's a host of improvements that those engines give us. Right. One of the best ones is this swim platform area.
Right.
We can slim down the rigging. We can expand the space on either side because these tops aren't articulating left and right, just up and down. So it gives us this platform to work with. We can get swim ladders. We have space to kind of operate your grill and use all of this up.
And these swim ladders, are they stored or?
They are, yeah. They're underneath the seating up there forward, but it gives us more space to get up on the boat. You're not on a tiny wing. It's just, there's no splash well, right? We can build this all as one piece so you don't have any gunk building up back here. It just cleans everything up.
Awesome. Okay, and then what's the next piece that you want to point out?
So we'll move forward just a little bit here. This is our lounge module. This does rotate. This whole piece of furniture rotates, but before we get up into the rotate, we've got a grill and we've got a coiled freezer, fridge or freezer, right? So there's no ice. Fill that up with all your drinks, set the temperature, you're all set. We even kind of made time and a little bit of space for a small trunk. Just gives you that spot for your life jackets, your throwable, all the stuff you know you're going to need. And we're trying to utilize every square inch we got.
You know what I love about this module? The way it locks, whether it's facing bow, aft, or this 45-degree angle that you guys have here. If you're grilling and you want to be a part of any conversation or be close to any action, you have it all. Like if you have a great view off to your port side, you can set it this way, grill, enjoy the view, enjoy the people, right? Or if you just want to focus on what's in front of you, you can turn it so it's facing the bow, or you can turn it to face aft and enjoy, the conversation that's happening at the seat here at the cockpit. Like there's a lot of extra fun that you can have with this module.
Yeah, and it kind of celebrates the view, right? Wherever that view is happening, whether that's inside this circle here, whether it's out off the back and everybody's swimming, this module spinning kind of lets you design that view and set up your own view how you want it for the day.
Yeah, I love that.
Moving forward, of course, we've added the terrace. Again, I'd go right back to the view, right? I want to be able to drop down the side and I want to have the water view. I want to have the beam and the ability to have people moving around and have the extra space. We've got a couple of ottomans here that we've worked on. They're super light and they're supposed to be.
Right.
That means they're not going to hurt anything. If you check this down below and you say, hey, I want to just get them out of the way, not hurting any of your woodwork. They also stick kind of right in there to kind of fill this in if you want. Put your feet up, get them out of the way. You can put them here. They're meant to just be, you kind of call them poops.
Yeah, I like that. That's a fun name. And then I was told this table is optional, yes?
It is. It's got a stowable location underneath the seat there. It's optional, but it's one of those things. If you don't go with that table, there is built in underneath that cushion there. On the reverse side, it goes.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
If you didn't go with the table, you still got somewhere to set a drink or a plate of food. You're not without a surfer to do that.
Right. No, what I love about this is I like functionality. So obviously having a table, really if the grill is right here, you can instantly serve, right? But on top of that, if you can stow it with the little ottomans, you get this nice lounge in the cockpit area that a lot of times, because this is 39 feet length overall.
Yeah.
Is that right? In that space, you don't really get that extra lounging space. So this option gives you that versatility.
Yeah, it kind of almost turns into, without that table there, it turns into like a big sectional sofa where you have people all kind of spread out on it, right? You have that flexibility to set that up.
Yeah. And then so you have a sunshade?
Sunshade, those are standard for us. It's great. This is a new material for us. It's perforated, so it's not going to catch rainwater.
Right.
It's not meant to be an umbrella. It's still a sunshade, but
right.
There are times where it's out and it's grabbing a little bit of water. So this eliminates that issue.
And what I love about the positioning of this sunshade is obviously you would, put it back if you're going to be grilling, but the grill is then over open air. It's not under the hardtop, right?
We work hard to get that grill as far back as you can because we have a white hardtop and nobody likes cooking with, a white fabric above your head. Like, absolutely not a setup.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's keep walking forward. One thing I do remember was that this was a cooled storage, right?
It is. So
why did you guys add this?
Refrigeration is always one of the things that we're looking for, and it doesn't always come in the form of a dedicated fridge unit. It can come in, tubs. So we can build that in. We put it there especially to get it away from underneath the seats, so you didn't have to ask somebody to get up if you wanted to get beverages or something out of that cooler, right? Put it there. It's a top load. Everybody's hanging out. You're facilitating, hosting, and it sits there. In reality, this whole galley got moved to port and starboard to facilitate this massive lounge back here. This was so important to us to have this be the primary, right? I want a place to sit. I want a place to hang out. Now let's figure out the galley. And so all of that's addressed just on that side there.
It's funny, our viewers, they'll know this. That's, for me, one of the most important elements is the social aspect of the cockpit space and the bow. If you can sell me on those, like, you have my heart on the vessel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I love that you took that into account here because, okay, so with this cold cooler, now I don't have to bug somebody that's sitting down if I want to drink. And then on that end, that looks like a sink.
It is. So we've got a little cover here, but we've got sink here. I've got some drawer storage on this side. And I've kind of got this little alcove that was already kind of a dead end as we have the raised spot there. We didn't want to put it in the main walkway again to try to be in everybody's way.
Makes sense.
Like, hey, this is kind of a spot that we kind of hang out. We added the bolster. So you still have 4 across. You want to be at the helm. But the other piece that we did was we kind of tried to take care of a little bit of this dead space underneath the helm seats to work with the galley. So when you do get to where you're going, a lot of times you move away from the helm.
Right.
And the helm kind of is just sitting there and like, okay, we're not moving, so nobody needs to be there. But this space was valuable to us to say, look, give us the social zone. And now across the front of this here, we've got a fridge, a freezer with an ice maker, and on center line there, 2 waste baskets.
Fantastic. And then you mentioned this raised element here.
There's a couple of nice things that it does for the interior, but what it also does for a raised dock, this is now one of our levels that you can board this boat very comfortably with. This handrail up here is very intentional. At a raised dock, sometimes you just can't get to the boat. You're either stepping way down or you're trying to fall in or all of that. So this is one of the heights you can board the boat at. The boarding doors back here is at another height, and then the swim platform there is at a 3rd height. So we try to give you those steps to be like, hey, you can get into this boat no matter what the dock setup is.
Right. Which is a big deal given that, a lot of cruisers, you can use this vessel for cruising with the cabin space that you have, right? Like, so a lot of cruisers, some places you don't know where you're docking. You don't know what the facility is going to have. And if it's something that's fixed, a lot of times they're thinking, oh, a vessel that size, they're probably only going to have 1 docking door and a swim platform. What if it's a raised or a fixed dock? What do I do?
Yeah.
And you guys solve that problem, which is great.
So it gives us a gray boarding spot. It does some cool things for our interior, which we'll see in a little bit. And that frees up a little bit of space in there to give you some shoulder room to not feel like you're going into a fort that's a little too small for you.
Right.
So it gives us that ability to create this nice yacht-like entry here. And
yeah, this is nice. And here at the helm, you have 2 Garmin displays.
Yep, these are the new 9000 series. Inside there, we have our digital switching. So this is the digital switching that's designed by us. It's very intentional with the size of the buttons, the ease of use. You can run all of your systems through here without going down below and flipping breakers. You can run all of that here. Sunshade, television.
Oh, nice. I did not know that was there.
Yep.
That's awesome. Okay, so you have, everything from the helm, DC power, AC power, lighting, climate, a breaker reset.
We've kept the mission critical buttons here where I don't want to feel like, hey, I got to go through a screen to get to my wipers or get to my horn.
Right.
I always want that on hand.
Yes.
Yeah. Sitting here, mission critical. But the rest of it can be run through there.
So on top of the digital, you have those redundancies. And then it's not just this 8-button one, right? You have one over here under, what is it, the Fusion for the audio control?
Correct. Yep. And that one there has buttons for the Terrace, for the sunshade. Those are all laid out kind of in accordance to how that works.
Fantastic. Now, something I noticed that I didn't see before is this here.
Yeah.
What is this? Tell me.
So that's for an enclosure, so that if you have inclement weather, you want to pack up the boat while you're going away and you want it all locked up and tight, you can run an enclosure that goes all the way to the back of the hardtop and all the way around. It keeps this whole area and some plexi. It's not an isinglass, it's like a hard enclosure. It's hard like a plexus.
It's not just from like weather, it's also from potential debris if it gets a little windy.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's a great thought. Yeah, man. And I love the thought in like the layout of the speakers, the lights. Like there's a lot of features here that until you're on the vessel, you don't see it.
Yeah, there's a design language that we try to take throughout the boat. We try to put it, I'll show you even down all the way into like the shower floor grate. There's style that we take and lines that we pull and try to make sure that it's intentionally done. And yeah, into the lighting, of course. It's, we've come a long ways. We've done ones before where it's just 4 pucks that sit here.
Right.
But our ability to kind of shape some of this really is fun.
Awesome. Let's walk over to the bow. And then this walking space, I feel like I have all the headroom in the world.
Yeah.
Which is nice. And how tall are you?
6'4".
And look at you, you're walking like it's nothing.
Yeah.
So tell me about the bow space.
This is a popular spot, right? This is where you've got the deep walkway, you got safe handrails that get you all the way up here. So while you're cruising, everybody wants to sit here.
It's so cold. How is it this cold when the sun's been beating on it? Like, that's nice.
It is nice. This is all of our ultra leather, and yeah, white would be our coolest color. Lighter you can get, the better, right?
Makes sense.
Table's got a dedicated stowage spot, so if you want to get that out of here, it all goes right underneath here. It's also got 2 legs that are shorter, so that table would then sit here, and I've got a filler cushion that can fill in this whole space, and again, be a one giant sectional up here.
Right.
So if you want to lay out, you want to have your legs up and just have cushions everywhere.
Nice.
That filler cushion, goes from here to here. So I'd mention about the design. So that design in the fabric there is called our fleet design. Those are all hull shapes of ours.
Oh, really?
Kind of gesturally drawn in there. So you've got some big to small, and you'll see some of that down below as well. Oversized anchor locker. We have a light built in here too. We know that, in the evenings or whenever you're doing this, sometimes you need it and you can't hold a phone and a flashlight and do all this. So that's set there. Similar to what we've seen before, these receivers here are for the Mediterranean sunshade. So if you want shade out the back and all the way forward, right, you can have all of that set up. Those clips are underneath the hardtop. You go all the way to the forward piece there.
Right, and then that stores under this
seat here. All got dedicated storage.
Yeah.
Yep. All clipped in. It's safe. It's not rambling around in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, dedicated storage for it is nice. A lot of times people just have a space and they're like, well, you can put it here or there, but if you have it somewhere clipped, you don't have to go, digging for it.
Correct.
Yeah.
So some of that space that we gain, that raised step on this side, is really kind of seen right here. And this is new for us compared to the 38, where having this drop zone where it's like, hey, I'm gonna put my keys or my wallet down when I get here. I want to empty my pockets. We've kind of opened up this space really nicely. All the way into something like this, which is just a nice cabinet, but we'd actually intentionally looked at maybe I think like the top 7 single serve Keurig machines and made sure that they all fit in there. So if you want to have your coffee, you can kind of just set it here, plug it in, made sure that kind of stuff fits and works.
Right, and that's a pop-up plug?
It is. So when it's down here, it's an inductive charger. Pop it up, it's got USB A and C and regular outlets all the way around it.
Awesome. And then this also has a full head, right? With a stand-up shower.
Yeah, we call that a 3-zone head, where you've got shower, toilet, sink, but it's a separate shower completely.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's what, wet heads are useful, right? Don't get me wrong. But something like this is nice because you feel more at home.
The bed did get larger from our 38s. We were able to get it longer and wider. There's some nice storage on the backside there. And then there's some real tricks going on in the mid cabin here. It's set up as 2 opposing benches right now. This side can pull and turn into a full berth. So they'll come and meet. The backrest kind of folds in with it, pulls all the way to the center there, and you'll have another berth down there as well.
Could 2 people fit down there?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you could fit 4 or more people in here, depending on how big or young they are.
How friendly you are.
Or that too, yeah. Awesome. And then you have more hooks here, which also I didn't notice earlier. Again, with the lighting all the way around.
Yeah, and kind of some of that shadow lighting that's hidden back there kind of just helps it feel bright.
And then you have the design element there too.
Yeah, that's kind of our headboard. It's obviously not right behind here, but it's a nice spot where you can kind of enjoy that. And that's that fleet design again back there.
That's awesome. So the vessel is incredible. If one of our viewers wants to know more, where do they go?
Check us out at tiarayachts.com and come see our new 39 LS on there.
Awesome. So the website will have all the information, contact information too, as like who they can reach out to.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. So you guys heard it here. If you want more information about Tiara's 39 LS, go to the website. I'll put a link in the description and get whatever information or contact whoever you need to from there. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you.